Okay, so sorry for audio. Might be a bit loud. So I'm going to play this, I guess. Can I put my full name in? Yeah! I'm able to go then, bitch! Fight me! Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Whatever. My neighbor and good friends since we were children. Why the fuck am I monologuing? You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk. Crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me! Like, what? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. By the way, April Pedico, have you decided on what club you want to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true! You told me you would join a club this year! Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me. When I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yes. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a caring girl? Seriously, why? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Like I'm doing right now! The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. She wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? She must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Maybe? Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I'm aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And that's spooky. Make cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit and being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open a classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Ava Brennigan. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, yes. I admit, some of them are cute. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. can just ignore her when she gets moody. My throat is dry. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like these two. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we barely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I only made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls had a few desks arranged to form a table. As what's-her-name mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika, sure, let's go with that. Monika, and one next to what? And one next to Sayori. Give me the cupcake. Lady and lady walk over to the corner of the room where other lady grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Lady proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Pink hair lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Little cat! Okay, it's not a cat, but it's close enough. The whiskers are drawn with you need whiskers. The whiskers are drawn with icing. And little pieces of chocolate we used to make the ears. I think I need something to drink. I had no idea you were so good at baking, lady. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and always managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Yes, spin it. Whatever her name is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you! No, you dummy! Alright. I give up on her weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'm killing that because it's loud. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, well, then I'm fulfilling my dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in your club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Actually, I love writing, so I can't say that. And reading, both are fun. Considering I'm reading this. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we even graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. So such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted at the idea of a brand new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past year, I don't have a way to answer that. Manga. I mutter. Newski, the pink person, head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites, yes. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's oblivious the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physical, psychological, I should know that word by now, elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I deliberately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, she might as well have a conversation with me about a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Her eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nayuski? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give me that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are! Hands on shoulders. I'm not cute! Naoski, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Averting eyes. Look at me, bitch. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Naoski feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, explaining your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. No, you don't. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Naoski feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. No, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence. This music isn't going to let us have silence. Okay. I have an idea. Everyone? Everyone's looking... Well, not everyone, but... They look quizzically at... They give Monica a look. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? She's smiling at me. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is it? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining club, I bluntly come forward what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejecting eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, April, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if I'm writing poems, is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Zoe wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really did just come from the cupcake, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. She looks over at me one more time. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. How can I impress her? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continued. Chit-chit-chat while Yuri and the other girl clean up their food. Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, me and her never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the literature club classroom. On the way home, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Naisuke, Yuri, Monica. I can't say the pink-haired girl's name. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Guess start writing a poem tonight. Melody. What? I didn't mean to hit that. Shit. Kitty. Oh boy, that word. Defeat. Look at the little cuties. Or marshmallow makes me think of I don't know why it makes me think of Bendy. Hey, neighbor Veronica. Glad you see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. I'm back at the literature club. This was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making me dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I didn't know if you planned to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her MAGA collection in the club room. She finds herself stuck between saying Monica and Magna. Manga. Swiftly defeated, she pops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oh, he always gives his best. Blah, blah. Can I just skip these words? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and April can become good friends too. Sayori. It's obvious she just put us in a very weird situation. Oh, Yuri! Even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah, you made it sound like a big deal when it's not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess it's up for me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from for you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. She pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off with some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nayuski is rummaging around the closet. Man, looks like no one wanted to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little bit too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Yeah, at 4:30 something a.m. I haven't slept all night. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is a chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. My desk, I actually need a solid desk because this is just a little wooden stand and it's like, nope. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing about speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is talking really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Oh, that is a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Naosuke would love to do that. You're right! Naosuke makes the best cupcakes! That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Okay then. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Woo! I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind into things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. But I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open... That would be a great thing to wake up to. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time to anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefits of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, sorry, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody is going to tell you because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You mean me? And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud, lady. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. She hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote now? Yay! April Paracon, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic. But she trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Stories is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Naosuke and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same with myself. Who to show my poem to first? Let's show it to Yuri. I trust her opinion to be fair. I failed. Yuri sees the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to read. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking again. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. I don't know, that's bad. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess then it might be after reading through it. So it is that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I am so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a bit to get... It's fine. I didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I have been through that myself. I kind of learned and picked up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter, and the form fitting the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is possibly the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Naosuke can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if she's apologizing to herself, me, or lady over there. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the indigo blazing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such No, you don't. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since this is the first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. And you're into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences on their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy to think you think it is. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Can I skip? Run. Minecraft. Let's show it to Monica. Hey, bro. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Sections, new activities, things we did better. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'll be afraid of things. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. I'm not going to read this. My throat is dry and I'm running out of recording time. Go forbidden. Don't press any keys, thanks. Actually, press keys. Yay! I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone would enjoy happy, sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, each to their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I'm comfortable doing this. That's the best way to find a style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what's just suitable. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. But it doesn't always mean I feel that way, though. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Okay, hole in the wall. It could have been me. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, but it wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. Where am I? I realize now when looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm really not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphases on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I think I know. Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of that magic fucking word recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Infancy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem, story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Okay, that's what I need to start doing. I get red with block and fuck it. Another way is to think about it is this. If you keep your pen at the same spot for long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's go talk to Sayori. Oh my goodness! That's so good, April Prodigal. I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sorry. You must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I no have idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a April Prodigal poem. I like the ring of black. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. And she hugged it against your chest. You're so weird. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Yes, I'm trying. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you on to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Wow. That reminds me of some Harvest Moon game music. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yep, that's about the equivalent of it. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried to do my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Frick you too. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Fuck breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt, but excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't it just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Yeah, you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I like this one. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it put more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I did not care how old everyone is, but if Nasky is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is Literature Club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica, a happy little child, chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly explain blah blah blah. They read tandem. I watch as their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Naosuke dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone I actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and April did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon unless I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And April liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Misky suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that April appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. I don't know. How do you know how he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs. I can't read that. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as April started showing up. Nasty? Girl, that is little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. April Protocol? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, April Pritico. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most of it, avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but also a waste. You understand that, right, April Virgo? Well? How did you get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! Yuri. You write that out of your poem. See? Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. Someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it. And that becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? She clenched her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at the point of being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sarah, doesn't she need to? You know what? I'm going to do that. Spare me from having to look at all your faces for right now. Without warning, she snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up her poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as you could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, April. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. That's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. How about yours? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems can turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. What if I wasn't paying half attention to any of that? April, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sorry beams up at me. It truly has been a while since Sorry and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sorry. About what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that was all. I can see why they make good friends to you. There's a flipping moth and it's flying around my feet and leave me alone. Phew. You know, April, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Story's done caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. Whoa. Pat, 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 pat. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an monologue sometimes. Oh, like this? Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Okay. Let's go with elegance. I like making her jump. I'm going to save here and pick this up later. Well, that is about it. See ya!